Hi, my name is Jonas and this is Sublime Media, and this is the second time I'm doing this video because when I was going to edit it I forgot to put the sound on, so it was a silent movie. On this channel I talk about records and record related stuff, like today when I'm gonna do a sort of a review of the epic Landberk Indian Summer that came out originally in 1996. So as you all know by now, I have a record shop called sublimemedia.se. Go check it out. It's the best online shop ever. There's not a single shop that has a better selection of records than this shop. And in that shop today you can buy this. Now the release date for this is in a month's time, but there are some benefits in knowing the band members, so I'm super happy and proud that I can offer this to my customers in the shop today. So the pre-orders I have is shipping out tomorrow, and the rest of the orders are going to be shipped just a couple of days after that. I have a big box coming in with more records. And for all of you that has been living under a rock and don't know what Landberks Indian Summer is, I will tell you now. This is a record that was released on CD in 1996, and many people that knows their shit has hailed this as one of the best records that has ever been recorded in the history of Swedish music. One of those people are Mick Åkerfeldt from Opeth, just to name one. As I said, back in the day only released on CD, so it's such a cool thing to get the vinyl treatment now. But before we talk more about the record, let's go back a little bit and talk about Landberk. Yeah, the band was active in the 90s. I think they came about in 1991 or something like that, and they called it quits in 1999. During this pretty short time period, they released 5 full-length albums, if I did my research correct. Indian Summer being the last one in 1996. But before that, in 1992, they released their debut album called Riktigt Äkta. Also a magnificent record, and that was released on vinyl in 1992. So a lot of us nerds that collect Swedish prog are looking for that record, me included. So if you have a second copy of that or something like that, it just PM me, give me a call. Why don't you? Just give me a call and sell that sucker to me. Super hard to find these days and very expensive. Yeah, they released 5 records, as I said, and 1999 they called it quits. Now, all of the band members continued in other sort of music adventures, together or separate. And just to name a few bands that they were in, we can say Dungen, Träd, Gräs Stenar, Paatos, Morte Macabre, and Anekdoten, just to name a few. The band was Stefan Dimle on bass, Reine Fiske on guitar, Patrik Helge on vocals, Jonas Lidholm on drums, and very important, Simon Nordberg on mellotron. Mellotron is sort of the instrument that really defines, I think, the sort of old school sound of Landberk. But we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. Now the band name, you could ask yourself, what the fuck does it mean? Because Landberk is a made up sort of word. I think so anyway. Well, I talked with Stefan, the bass player, and he said that he and Reine Fiske was often up north in Sweden to go fishing in the beginning of the 90s. And there was a stream there called Landberk. But the thing is that they always got such a bad cold when they came home because of the cold water. So when people asked them what stream they were fishing in, they always said Landberk because of the cold. So they thought it was kind of funny, and the rest is history, I guess. Kind of a cool anecdote, I have to say. Yeah, talking with the band, I asked about the influences, and they said that early on the influences were especially the Swedish progressive band called Life, but also the progressive band T2. And I can see and hear, especially here, those influences on the earliest album or albums. But they also admit that the music took a completely different turn and just continued to develop something different, something new. And I think that the culmination of the band came in Indian Summer, because sitting down listening to the record, I definitely hear King Crimson's Red. I mean, that's from the start. I also hear Joy Division, but maybe that's more sort of the gut feel of the record rather than sort of albums or songs. Because you have to understand, this is a dark record. And I'm not huge into sort of sub-genres and labels, so I won't say that this is a dark prog record or anything like that. But it's definitely a melancholic and dark record. Going a little bit further, I definitely hear Radiohead, especially Kid A. There is sort of Porcupine Tree, or maybe more Steven Wilson when he's at his saddest, and that's where we really love him. It's like The Raven That Refused to Sing. Going with the Swedish part of my collection, I hear Cult of Luna, especially the darkness of Somewhere Along the Highway, and obviously Dungen also, maybe more on the sort of guitar work that Reine Fiske continued on with. Dungen is not at all that dark. Just name dropping a few of what I can hear. Bear in mind, this is 1996. So except for King Crimson or Joy Division that I talked about, all of the other bands came way after. And we all know that Landberk had a huge influence on progressive music. And I almost dare to say, like, not maybe not only due to Landberk, but I would say that there is a pre-Indian Summer and a after Indian Summer when it comes to progressive music's development. Because a lot of things happened with progressive music there in middle of 1990s and then going forward to the 2000s. Now, it's just my opinions. I know that the band would never toot their own horn and say that they that they influenced Radiohead. It's not that. It's just like, I mean, listen to the record and listen for yourselves and try to compare with anything else coming out in 1996. And the album title, Indian Summer, I asked Stefan what the title came from, and he said that most of the material was actually written and made in 1994, but due to different circumstances, stuff like that, it wasn't recorded until 1996. But when it was made, it was the last tracks, and when they decided that they were going to go in and record a record, it was in those sort of last summer days in late August, maybe late September even, where you're sort of grasping that last piece of ray of sunlight before darkness and winter hits Sweden. Indian Summer. But also he said that he and Reine Fiske was winking to each other when they set the title, because both of them are big prog and record nerds, and obviously loves the RCA Neon record, Indian Summer, and also the Harvest one. So kind of cool. I can really see the two of them, like, yeah, awesome title. So yeah, going back to the record itself, I mean, what we get is reworked cover artwork. I love the first cover artwork, don't get me wrong, but I think that this is a little bit more fitting to the feeling of the music. Again, love the CD version, but this is cool. Awesomely done by Camilla Flink, who also wrote some of the lyrics to some of the songs on the record. You also get a printed inner sleeve, polylined inner sleeve, and what I think is 180 gram vinyl. And in the dead wax you have a custom message to everyone. And if that wasn't enough, last but not least, we get a 12-page booklet with the history of the band and rare photos and stuff like that. So all in all, what you get is the perfect sort of deluxe treatment of this iconic record. So yeah, I think that's it. If you want to know more about the band, they have a site online, so go check that out. If you want to know more about the artist, she has a shop and a web page online, so check that out too. Peony Studios, great one. And if you want a copy, you know where to get it, sublimemedia.se, or just shoot me a PM or a mail and I'll get it on the road to you. As I said, it's a month until official release. I have been taking pre-orders, and there's orders coming in every day now, so I'm sending the first ones tomorrow, and a couple of days after that the other ones will go out. I tried to find information of how many was pressed, but I couldn't find anything. But my guess is that if you want it, get it now, because I have no idea how many copies will be left, if any, on the release day a month from now. Landberk, Indian Summer, masterpiece. Check it out at least. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, write them down below. Send me a PM on Instagram if you want to have a chat. And I'll see if I can, if you have any questions to the band, please write them down below, and I'll see if I can in any way sort of get them to the band, and see if I can get questions, answers to the questions you have. I don't think they would mind. So yeah, we'll try that out. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye. So you made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and give this a thumbs up, because it really helps. It really does. Now, if you want more content, then just look me up on Instagram. I put stuff up there before YouTube, so a little bit of what's coming up, so to speak. Again, thank you so much, and have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you in my next video.